Okay, guys, welcome back. So, we finally got a trailer for Shin Godzilla Resurgence coming out this July 29th, and it has been all over the internet. Dropped about 3:30, 4 o'clock today, our time. I was at work when it dropped. I did see it at work, and as discreetly as I could. I actually got to see the full trailer with sound and everything when I went to my car on my break. But a lot of people excited. Everybody's going nuts. Everybody's losing their shit. There's shit all over the place, shit on the streets. People are just going ballistic. So first of all, let me say this. This is a trailer they should have shown the first time around. This is the one they should have shown. It would have at least, I think, it would have held up a lot longer. It would have said a lot more about what they're trying to do. Obviously, the big thing here is we get to see Godzilla in action. We get to see what this design looks like with a little bit of CG in it. If you guys remember the picture, and I'll pull it up as I'm talking when I do my editing, the picture that we saw a couple months ago, and I mentioned in the video that I think they'll add some CG to enhance that look, and they did. It's exactly what they did. Now that I get to see in high definition the design with some CG in it, I gotta say I do like it. I do like it. Now, it's probably not going to be my favorite design, but I like the fact that they took a chance. I like the fact that they took a very, very bold move for this design. And there's some parts of the design that are very, very good. However, with that said, to be fair, there's some parts of the design that I just don't like. Primarily two things. Number one, his arms. His arms are just no good. No good. Because they made him so large in this movie. I mean, his scale is so big. Even his tail, a lot of people are mentioning it, and I got to concur. His tail is extremely big, almost as long as his body, I would say. And the other thing is when they do this, the face up, and I'll pull that picture up real quick. If you look closely, you know, he's got that big grill, you know what I mean? And he looks so similar to the Titan in Attack on Titan that this has that big grin. And that to me I'm not too crazy about that. But, you know, that's just one shot. We'll see plenty more when the movie comes out. Overall, though, I like the design. I think it's very grotesque. It's very, very intimidating, and hopefully they capitalize on that during the movie. You know, hopefully it's not very cheesy. Hopefully it is indeed scary. I would like to see a scary Godzilla movie. But you know, the trailer is exciting in the fact that okay, we finally got something tangible. We finally got something we can see. We have something that we've been waiting for, and I think that. For the most part, that was a good thing. The only issue is, I think I'm kind of spoiled now seeing, you might hear my kids in the background because they're fighting going to bed, and I wanted to get this video up. The fact of the matter is, though, is that I think I'm spoiled with what Legendary provided us. And the reason I say that is because when you look at the Legendary movie, Godzilla was able to give expression. He did certain movements he just can't do in a suit. And this trailer, very slow trudge. He doesn't move his arms in the whole trailer. There's only one part of the trailer where he moves his fingers, and that's it. That's it. His arms don't move at all. There's no expression. There's just nothing. He just looks like a blank stare, like a deer in headlights. It's a blank stare while he's trudging through the city. Now, I'm going to be fair here and say that that's probably not how it's going to look in the movie. That's probably not how it's going to be. Maybe this was just for show. In fact, this whole trailer could not be in a movie at all. Maybe this was just purposely made so people can see it in action. But until I know that for sure, I got to kind of look at it for what it is. So that part of the trailer I wasn't too impressed with. He's just kind of trudging along. You know, you get to a point now where, you know, I know there's a lot of you guys that love Toho. I understand it. I get it. They hold a special place in your heart. They hold a special place in my heart. But unlike a lot of you guys, because they hold a special place in my heart, and because they've done so many great things when I was young that made me fall in love with this character, I'm at the point now where I expect more from them. You know what I mean? I expect more. And right now, as grotesque and as intimidating as Godzilla looks, as improved as the CGI looks, it's still not too much better than what we've seen back in 2004. It really is not that much better. It's slightly better. And that to me is an issue. That to me is a problem. Now, look, I understand it. The film's not done yet. It could get better, and I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. However, on the flip side of that, it does look better. You know, there is an improvement there. I think what's going to be the deciding factor is what occurs in the movie. What's the story? What's the story behind Godzilla? Will they explain his scarring or whatever they want to call it? Is it another adaptation of Burning Godzilla? Is this maybe Godzilla Jr., burning now and they want to give it whatever the story may be. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward, obviously, to the movie. I was very happy to see this, but I'm not ready to run back into Toho's arms just yet. I'm not going to let 1 minute and 52 seconds convince me that they're back. Because quite honestly, when you talk up your movie like they did last year, and you're comparing it or you're saying how you're going to, for lack of a better, just paraphrasing here, do it better than America or better than Legendary, you need to come correct. And right now, this is no different than an older Toho movie, which is fine if that's what you're going to pitch me, but you didn't pitch me that. You pitched me something that's supposed to be better. I'm expecting something better. This, as good as it looks, does not look better than Legendary. That's you know what I mean? Does that mean I'm not going to see the movie? No. Does that mean the movie won't be good and I won't love it? No, of course not. But I don't like a bait and switch. I don't want you to say, yeah, come here, this looks great. Then I invest in it and it looks no different than it did 14 years ago, or whatever you want to, 12 years ago, whatever. So, but it's still early. I'm optimistic. I'm generally a positive person. I'm just trying to keep a level head. I'm not going to get overly excited. I am excited, but I'm not going to get overly excited because at the end of the day, it does not look any better to me than 2004, than Final Wars. It looks slightly better, and for me, that is not necessarily a good thing. I know some of you guys love that. You guys don't care. It's like, if it looks like it looks in the 60s, you guys are all for it. That's fine. But as I've said before, I'm all about progression. This progression that I see in this movie so far is very little. Add to the fact that up to this point, up till today, they still hadn't shown much until today. Now, another thing that's interesting about this trailer is we got it out of nowhere. There was no warning, nothing let us know. It dropped in Japan at 4:30 in the morning. So that tells me that they kind of rushed to put this together. They didn't necessarily plan it. This is why I'm leaning towards the fact that maybe this trailer we're seeing has nothing to do with the movie. Maybe it's just put together for us to see, which that's fine. But the way the trailer was, you could just tell that this was rushed together. Maybe a little bit panicked, maybe a little bit concerned about all the negativity they're getting. And maybe this was supposed to be planned for the 29th, and they decided to release it early because they understand there's a lot of people frustrated. They're obviously very concerned about the American attitude towards the movie because I think they know that's where most of their money is going to come from. They know people are going to pay, through whatever they have to pay to see the movie. Because I don't think anybody at 4:30 in the morning in Japan is going to get up to watch a trailer. Maybe a couple of hardcore fans, but not masses. And I think they know that once the movie is on Blu-ray, whatever, and whoever is out there that's American in Japan will go and see it. I think they're kind of banking on that. So we'll see. Overall, though, it was fun to see it. I do like Godzilla's design overall. I'm hoping this was just like some test footage or something because he was not moving very much. His arms weren't moving. He was just kind of trudging along, slower than ever, if that's how he's really going to move. I was expecting, except the beginning when he roared, right? He seemed very animated right there, but that's the most we got. So it's like I'm kind of looking for more of that. I want to see more of that, especially if you're going to do this in a suit again. What advances have you made? What designs have you made to a suit that will allow it to look a little bit more lively? That will allow it to move in such a way that they never used to. But overall, it was fun to see the trailer. I think Godzilla looks devastating. It's a very unique look. It's an acquired taste. A lot of people are still not going to like it. There are some elements about it I do not like. As I said, the arms, the big grin on his face. But overall, I think I like change. I like when they try to do something different. They're trying something different. They're trying something a little bold and more extreme. I can appreciate that. Outside of that, the CGI, while improved, is not that improved. But again, it may not be done. They're still working on CGI. It could look fantastic by the end. I'm not going to bank on it based on history. I'm going to assume that this is probably the best we're going to get in terms of CGI, but let's see. I know there's a lot of people excited for this movie, and that's great. And a lot of people were excited for Attack on Titan, and it turned to shit. So I'm holding hope. You know what I mean? I'm holding hope. Toho made a lot of bold statements when they first planned this movie, and I expect them to live up to those expectations. And right now, not quite there, but it is only a less than 2-minute trailer. The movie is not done yet, so I'm going to reserve final judgment for the movie, obviously, but I would be lying if I said that it didn't excite me just seeing it in and of itself. So we will see. How do you guys feel about it, especially now that you can see the design of Godzilla in this movie and you can actually see it in action with some CG elements into it? How do you feel about the suit now? Has it changed your mind? Do you still think it looks like shit? Do you still think it looks great? I like the design for the most part. It's not going to be my favorite Godzilla design by far, and there are some issues with it, but I like it. I do like this. There's a lot of elements about it I do like, and I do like the fact that they're going for the scary route, and we'll see. So, guys, throw your comments in the bottom. Let me know how you feel about this trailer. It was exciting to see it, finally get something from Toho, and hopefully we get some more before July 29th. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.
It's about fucking time! Okay, guys, welcome back. So we finally got a trailer for Shin Gojira, Godzilla Resurgence, coming out this July 29th, and it has been all over the internet. Dropped about 3:30, 4 o'clock today our time. I was at work when it dropped. I did see it at work, and as discreetly as I could. I actually got to see the full trailer with sound and everything when I went to my car on my break. But a lot of people excited. Everybody's going nuts. Everybody's losing their shit. There's shit all over the place, shit on the streets. People are just going ballistic. So my first of all, let me say this. This is the trailer they should have shown the first time around. This is the one they should have shown. It would have at least, I think, it would have held up a lot longer. It would have said a lot more about what they're trying to do. Obviously, the big thing here is we get to see Godzilla in action. We get to see what this design looks like with a little bit of CG in it. If you guys remember the picture, and I'll pull it up as I'm talking when I do my editing, the picture that we saw a couple months ago, and I mentioned in the video that I think they'll add some CG to enhance that look, and they did. It's exactly what they did. Now that I get to see in high definition the design with some CG in it,